I, I don't know. I've had tons and tons of rant videos ever done in the past about random things. I could be mad about anything. I could be mad at myself. Okay? I could be mad at the wall, my job. I could be mad at my ex-job, my ex-girlfriend. Tons of stuff. Nothing could make me worse in terms of anger than Channel Awesome. This is just going to be like a shoot off the cuff, don't care, just complete and utter rant. And this is back to my old ways. And I love when I get to do something like this. And you know what? And it's going to go on a channel, and the video might get 15 views. You guys might just turn away because of how I look. I look a little, like I just rolled out of fucking bed. I look like Mike Machado if he had hair. That's an insult to me and hair. But moral of the story here, I'm not going to talk about anything from the document. Okay? We know what was on it. We know what the Not So Awesome document says. It's canon. It's been canon for years. That is mostly the reason why I moved away from Channel Awesome. In terms of being a fan and, wanting to be like them as a kid. Especially considering, they were funny. And you notice that there is there's a word in there, it's called were. But I digress. I am not doing it from a personal or business aspect in terms of Channel Awesome. I'm going from a fan and a critical perspective of the critic. The criticism of the critic. Look at that. It's almost like it's a fucking YouTube title. Oh no! Here comes Kyle the Angry Geek. Dun, 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 dun. No. Need coffee for this one. You don't even know. But, and I've had a lot of coffee today. Just thinking about the Nostalgia Critic and Channel Awesome. Just that gives me a migraine headache. Like, it makes me want to take a massive number 2 and wish that I would have just not ever watched Channel Awesome. Okay, so, context. I was the person in my friendship circle in my household that had initially found Channel Awesome. This is back when Doug was doing, Tom and Jerry the movie. He was doing, all the old school reviews, and he covered Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, him versus the Nerd, which, by the way, the reason why I even found out who the Nerd was through the little mini feud they had, and then they ended up doing the Turtles Out of Their Shell video. So as you can see, I've been watching for quite a number of years. Trust me, I've watched. I'm not one of those YouTube videos out there that are like, oh man, I watched them since Doug was a boy. And, I was there for his 5th birthday. No. I have an email that was linked to my YouTube channel for this one that's been there since 2012. And they were on my subscription list for the longest time. This is when they had all the videos after they got removed initially in like a playlist on an old channel that nobody remembered. I think it was like League of Super Nostalgia Critic theme. I forget. It was like everything they ever uploaded, and it was on like a Russian subtitle thing, and it was like 700 videos long, and it was like 4-minute clips here and 2 minutes here and 10 minutes here, and it was just somebody had re-uploaded everything. I was that kid that had all of those videos put into my saved playlist so I could go back, cast it to my Chromecast, and allow it to run every video just so I could say I've watched everything. And I did. Until I fell asleep. But we'll get to the reason why. Now, they're not funny. What do I mean? Okay, so first couple of years in Nostalgia Critic being out was great. You know, they built it up their ecosystem. We got wonderful characters from him specifically. You know, there was the Bum. There was his take on Satan, which they gave to Malcolm. They also had the Ditzy Princess for the Devil. I think that was Rachel. And then you had the Crazy Superfan, who was played by Tamara. You had some other background characters. But Nostalgia Critic and Channel Awesome / Sack Out the Glasses, because you can't ignore the fact that they were another name before their current name. I don't like them anymore for their content. I like them for the fact that they gave other smaller content creators a pedestal to be catapulted better off than when they were with that guy with the glasses. I can name 3 big examples of people who were there, who had left, and had much better careers outside of Channel Awesome and that guy with the glasses. Number 1, Lindsay Ellis. Now she does books. She's on Curiosity Stream and Nebula. She's actually smarter than Doug by a million miles. And she's pretty chill. You know, she has her moments, you know, but her beliefs are her beliefs. But she still does what I wish Doug would do and actually review something instead of just making everything a funny joke. Which that's what he did before, but he doesn't anymore. Another person that I like that came out of the old Channel Awesome, you know, the older days, was Rap Critic. He's still going. Rap Critic's still going. He still uploads to this day, and I can watch his content all day long. Because he's funny. He's witty. He is what Nostalgia Critic should have stayed, but didn't. Or guys, he could have been what I believe is still the biggest sub-channel that's not from the main people. Like, I don't count Cinema Snob because he's still part of Channel Awesome. No. He does have his good moments. He has all of his Halloween review, like all of his horror movie reviews, and the weird, stupid, you know, B movies and the DVD-R hell stuff, which is fine. I can watch Brad because Brad, I don't believe, is 100% associated with the issue, but he is aware. So by default, he's pushed into that. Just saying. But I was a fan of him for a while because I watched all of his old horror movies and stuff like that. But Todd in the Shadows is what I wished Nostalgia Critic was. Because consistency, quality, and just overall just gives a shit about his product. All 3 of the people I mentioned give a shit about what they're doing. They have passion behind it. Guess who doesn't? Nostalgia Critic, Doug Walker. Doug Walker is an asshole. Okay? I don't know why I thought he was funny. He's not. I don't find him funny. Not anymore. And the jokes that he had aged like spoiled milk. Left out in the sun. In Arizona. For 15 days. It's not funny. He's not funny. To me, he's not. Cinema Snob is funnier than Nostalgia Critic. And the problem is that his writing has gotten lazy. He's just doesn't have any material anymore. He's doing it for the money. And Mike Machad is just hammering home everything behind the scenes. You can't deny it because you got 69 pages worth of fucking evidence that otherwise specifies that he is. And they're not going to fucking say anything about it. They're just going to say, well, we regret you feel that way. By the way, really? Really? Someone accuses you, that you did something wrong. And you're going to tell the people who claim you did something wrong that you regret that they feel that way. Not, I'm sorry if we did something to you. Like, you couldn't have said it any other way. Instead of saying, we regret you feel that way, you could say, I'm sorry that your experience was as negative as you have, and we would like to work with you to resolve that issue. Do you know how much better that sounds? It actually sounds like your company actually gives a shit. But you don't. And I'd like to believe that Doug and Rob Walker actually care, but they don't. They got their $90,000+ from the Indiegogo thing for a hot shot, quiz shot, shit show, caca-doodle poo-poo. Okay? Nobody gave a shit about that. Fucking Indiegogo investigated them. And they did something because of that, and that was it. Hey, they could have just pulled what Spoonie did. They could have just did a Patreon and said once a goal happened, they make a movie. They could just make another anniversary film and write it off and then keep the rest of the money. They could have. They didn't. Obviously, they're fucking stupid. And it boggles my mind, anybody who can sit here still and say they're funny. It's the same shit. Him yell, blah, blah, blah. Fucking awkward fucking angles. Why? Like, he directs his videos in such a disconjointed way. Like, he's never taken a actual fucking video lesson. Like, look how I'm directed. I'm in the center of the frame. I'm looking at the lens. And his angle's like down here. Like, I can't even replicate his angle. It is so ungodly stupid how he films his videos. Not the at the desk thing. Not, you know, where he's sitting, where he's running his fucking mouth. I'm talking about when he's like standing up and he's got the camera down here and he's like, oh, look, I'm edgy. I'm doing an up the nose shot. Like, it's not cool. Like, you look stupid. I don't care if you think your shots are fancy. You have people who worked with you who are much better content creators that literally say, and I don't have a quote on me, so God fucking forbid, oh my God, he didn't say the sources. But from what I've watched, and I sat here and I watched over 5 hours of, you know, interviews, footage, people who actually work with them, who recalled everything, saying he doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground in terms of equipment, writing, anything. All the talent is in Rob. All of the comedic timing is in Doug. Why do you think Rob is barely on TV? Okay? It boggles my... it just bothers me how they have so many subscribers and yet nobody, after reading all this, just leaves. Just go. Stop watching them. You know? These people who go, I'm going to stop watching, are the same people who are still subscribed to them, still click on their videos without YouTube Premium or an ad block, and you just gave them like $3 for watching a video because they play 3 adverts a video. 3. They have like 700. They probably make $1 or something, depending on the video. But there's also the people that make their Patreon. Go to their Patreon. People have to be open with how much they make a month on Patreon. Go to Channel Austin's Patreon right now. Go there. Tell me how much they make a month. And tell me, does that justify the quality of content they've been putting out for the past 3 to 5 years of unfunny jokes, the same skits, just in a different video for a different movie, but the same skits. Everything. They can't make anything new. And come back to me and tell me that they have not been washed up since 2016. They've been washed up since the Boldly Flee ended, demo reel died, and they resurrected it. It is literally a waste of time. Okay? I have no love for Channel Awesome or the Nostalgia Critic brand, for example. None. There are much better movie channels out there. Hell, I'll watch a Screen Rant video. You got people like Screen Rant. If you want alternatives who are mainstream, who are like them, CinemaSins. Big fucking example. Hell, Red Letter Media. Who else am I thinking? Well, Red Letter Media would be another example. I'm trying to think off the top of my head any other movie review channels that do full-form movie reviews. Hell, you can watch people talk about biopics, like History Buffs goes over, factual information about movies based on biographies and based on famous people and based on famous events. You can watch that. Historically inaccurate. You have tons of options that are better and researched with footage, with everything, and they cite the fucking sources. But you choose to watch a guy whose tropes have died and have been the same since late 2016. You tell me why I don't watch anymore. Because he sucks. He's not funny. There's no research involved. It's just making jokes at the expense of making a joke that's already been readily available. That's it. I can't watch him anymore. He's not funny. Quite honestly, he directs his side characters stupidly. I feel bad because Tamara's actually kind of funny. Malcolm is kind of funny too. They're both funny, but when they're in a video with him, he just sucks the charisma out of the air like a suction cup, and there's nothing left, and they're just working around him. And it's a shame because Tamara's funny minus her being on there because she didn't write the script. They did. I would love, this is just me, for Tamara to just have her own channel away from Channel Awesome. Let her know that she can do it on her own because she doesn't need Channel Awesome, okay? This is why Rachel left and started a movie career. Because she's better off without the walkers. She is. She might have come back once. But most people who left ended up doing better for themselves by themselves than with the company. Because you don't need the walkers. The walkers are no longer the standard for YouTube. Because the independent content creator is higher than the fake networks that you need. This is the reason why, I don't need anybody. I'm not unhappy where I'm at. Okay? This is not my main channel. But when I come on here and I'm compelled to make a video, you're damn right I'm pissed off about something. There's a reason why the name of the channel is Kyle and then it's The Angry Geek. It's not Kyle, the subdued, sublime white guy. Okay? It's angry for a reason. Because they piss me off so fucking much. I just can't stand it. Okay? They are so annoying. So bothersome to me. And I don't know why. If they were to admit all the mistakes, apologize for all of it. Hell, donate some money to people who need it, Give money back to some of the content creators that you fucking threw to the wayside who were affected by the not so awesome issue. Donate some money to them or donate money to any foundations or pledge pledge money to some of these people's Patreons or something, where you're showing that you're trying to move forward. You're trying to fix things, but you won't. You just won't. You won't do any of that. You know why? Because you're a bunch of money-grubbing pieces of shits. And I can't stand that. I can't stand content creators that think that their ego is so high that they can't admit when they're wrong. And you know you're wrong. It's not like it's not publicly known. It's not like one or two people here and there. You had like 40 people. It's 69 pages. It's bad when you have so much shit against you and your company that there's a table of contents. Tell me, how am I supposed to like this company? How am I supposed to like this entire channel at all? You guys are not funny. You guys are dicks. You just treat your content creators like they're fucking slugs in the goddamn basement steps of a house, and you guys supply the salt, and then you just throw them in the backyard. That's what you do. That is what you do. And honestly, if the Channel Awesome channel disappeared and all the videos were wiped off the face of the earth, I would still be mad because they were there. I would never miss not watching them. I've not watched them in 2 years. I don't care if you bring every rock star and cover every single solitary movie with music in it. Corey Taylor cannot save your channel. Covering Pink Floyd The Wall cannot save your channel. And I'm a rock fan. And that's sad. This is Kyle the Angry Geek. If I keep going, I could be here for a full hour. I'm not going to do that. So, final thoughts. Channel Awesome sucks. The Walkers are not funny. Tamara and Malcolm deserve better. Cinema Snob, meh. I can give her a pass on that. And I wish I never watched them. Anyway, take care.